after 9:01. The folks who want to be here will be here, and the folks who are not will just miss out and have to catch the replay. So I'm going to do a screen share of just the Media Attention webinar. And play it. Oh, that's funny. Okay, guys, so I'm not going to be able to see you for right now. Well, let's see. Okay, so welcome to the webinar, How to Get Media Attention for Your Family-Focused Business. I am Joyce Brewer. I am an Emmy Award-winning journalist. Many of you probably know me more as a blogger and influencer, but as you can see from that picture right there, I've also been getting media attention as a blogger and influencer. And I'll show you this PowerPoint, and then I'll try to stop a couple of times and see if you all have any questions, because I don't think I've figured out how to do this and let you guys see me at the same time. Okay, so a little bit about me. I have 15 years of on-camera experience as a reporter and news anchor. I have a BA in communications from Hofstra University and a master's in journalism from the University of Missouri School of Journalism. And I got my Emmy Award for our news coverage of Hurricane Katrina when I was a news anchor in Jackson, Mississippi. Many of you remember that was, you know, probably the biggest natural disaster in our country's history. And because I was in Mississippi, there were a number of evacuees from coastal Mississippi and Louisiana who came to Jackson, Mississippi to seek refuge. So our city's population more than doubled in a week with people who were seeking help. When I was a news reporter, I also appeared on The View as a guest to talk about our coverage of Hurricane Katrina. When I worked in Youngstown, Ohio, part of my work was shown on Dateline NBC about a prison escape in Ohio. And in my career, I've also interviewed notable people like Oprah, Al Gore, and B.B. King. And, that should say post-Katrina patriotism, but it's really post-9/11 patriotism was what I won the Mississippi Broadcasting Association Award for. Then in my post-mommy and post-wife life, I launched mommytalkshow.com in 2010, and I wrote an ebook for moms, the business idea guide for moms in 2000. Actually, I guess I wrote that in 2012 or 2013. And it was featured on Good Day Atlanta, which I'll show you that clip. And then last year, 2015, was when CNN, HLN, and the AJC found a story that I had done about the Baltimore mom. So let me see if you guys, hold on, let me see, is there a way to play from current slide? Okay, yeah, it's gonna appear that way. I don't see any comments right now, so I'm gonna keep going, guys. So again, last year, my YouTube video went viral. CNN, HLN, and the AJC found it, and by using that hashtag Baltimore Mom, I got featured on all those places. So right now, hopefully this will work. I hope I embedded this in here. I'm gonna show you guys the Fox 5 Work at Home Mom story. I will also post this in the Facebook event in case we have any audio issues, but stand by while I play this story, and we'll also talk about this a little bit later. Okay, so that's an example of the story that I was featured on. And I pitched the Fox station here in Atlanta. So what makes you and your business newsworthy? Often it is a trending topic, something that's going on in your industry, something that has gone viral, a relevant hashtag and things like that. Social media has definitely changed the game when it comes to reporting the news. There were so many times before, as a reporter, when I first started out, it was a lot of, press releases and events and things like that. But now trending is a big thing. So if you are trending, if your industry is trending, there's a topic related to that that's trending, you can be part of the news coverage. And then what is your expertise? What are you known for? For those of you who have, childcare businesses and things like that, there are a lot of topics that can come up, everything from discipline to handling food allergies to work-life balance for parents, apps and ways of things that teachers and caretakers can communicate. So what is your expertise? Think about that and ways to position that. And then what makes you newsworthy is also, are you an example? So in the Fox 5 story, I wanted to know what stood out to you all. I'll see if I can view any comments now. I see 3 people watching, but possibly because you're watching on YouTube and not on the other way, you probably can't chat with me, but we'll see. I'll see if we can answer a couple of questions in the Facebook group too. So hold on. So in the Fox 5 story, I was an example of a mom, and I was also an expert. But sometimes, business owners are examples because maybe they've surpassed something, they've had a struggle, something's happened. So what's next? You have to be human as a business owner. You have to find out what is your story and feature that on your about page. I know a lot of times people are hesitant to reveal too much of themselves in their business, but you have to do that. Also blog and write about your expertise. Just tonight, I got a call from a friend in Florida who wanted to do a quick interview with me about an app that I had used and featured on my blog about getting medical care with a doctor. So your expertise or your experience is something you can write about, and that can also, eventually lead to news coverage. And then respond quickly to journalists' inquiries. So if a reporter reaches out to you, you can't say, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow or next week. That reporter's deadline is very likely that the next 20 minutes, the next 30 minutes, the next day. So you have to respond quickly. And then build relationships. Follow and connect with local journalists on Twitter. Like I said, because I did that story about the Baltimore mom and used the relevant hashtag, reporters, the AJC, different people picked it up. And then when it comes to getting media coverage, you can think of countless ways, and many of these ways weren't even available when I was working as a reporter. So think about it. There are niche blogs. There are very hyper-focused blogs that have just as many followers and just as much reach as some larger magazines and things that you might think about. Podcasts are popular. Magazines, yes, a lot of people don't necessarily get subscriptions to magazines, but they're still popular. And they're great because you can cut them out and screen capture them. Your local newspaper, national newspaper, TV news, talk shows, national and local. Like I showed you guys that the screen capture at the beginning was of me on the local news here in Atlanta talking about Valentine's Day. So there are a lot of afternoon talk shows, morning talk shows on local news that would want to feature something that you have. And then don't forget the radio. There's still plenty of opportunities to be interviewed. Now there are a couple of downsides to media attention. You could get temporary traffic or attention. So it'll spike, but it may not be lasting. And then you may be reaching too wide of an audience for the people that you want to share your expertise with versus having a real niche audience. And I'm going to ask you guys really briefly, you know, what are some ways that you think that you would like to work with me? Would you like one-on-one coaching? Would you like an e-course? I also do social media management. I have local clients as well as, I would say, a national client or a national community that I manage for. Do you need help with blogging? Like, Joyce, what do I blog about? What do I do with these plugins? What topics can I showcase on my blog? Or even blogger outreach. This is something that I like to do. So there may be a product or service or something that you have that you would want multiple bloggers to write about, and you would hire someone like me to find those bloggers for you and create a campaign. And I am also a video producer. So I'm going to show you guys next a video that I produced locally here in Atlanta. Unfortunately, this business is not around anymore. It's very similar. Well, basically the same business that was featured in the Fox 5 story when we went to Bean Work Play Cafe. They launched a preschool brand within their co-working space. So I'm going to show you that video now. Okay, so that is an example of the video that I did with Bean Work Play Cafe that is also unfortunately not in existence anymore. Okay, I'm gonna minimize this and see. I'm gonna stop the screen sharing and turn my camera. Okay, my camera's back on now. Sorry, guys. This is a lesson for me. I tried to not do GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar, but it seems like that is what I'm going to need. Because if you had the ability to comment, because so many of you are watching through the YouTube link versus the Google link. Let me see if I can try to link it again. Yeah, when you go to the Google event, it's just different. Or I guess I could have created a page for you to watch it and you might have been able to chat that way. So this is a lesson for me. I'm trying to see if I can see the viewers. It won't let me see who's watching either. So I'm going to ask you guys a few questions in the Facebook event until 9:45. So go back there since we're not able to chat properly this way. And I'm still going to do this webinar over. I'm going to have to break down and get a webinar software. But come over to the Facebook event right now and see if you can chat with me there. I know Paula watched, Zakia, and Anita. All right, guys, thank you.